everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys? I really want to know how you are doing, so let me know in the comments below. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Dozakhnama, Conversations in Hell by Rabisankar Bal. If you are new to my channel, I would highly appreciate if you subscribe by clicking the red subscribe button down below, and while you are at it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like the video. Dozakhnama or Conversations in Hell by Rabisankar Bal, as I mentioned earlier, was published in 2012 and it was originally written in Bengali. But later on in the same year, it was translated in English by Arunava Sinha. The book is basically a biography of two legendary people of the subcontinent. Mirza Asadullah Ghalib and Sadat Hasan Manto, both of them legendary people. One is one of the greatest storytellers in Urdu literature and the other is one of the greatest poets of Urdu language. And basically the conversations between these two people are happening between the graves. They are dead under the ground, but the conversations, like the book is written in a way that it feels like they are conversing between themselves. Each chapter is written in a monologue form and it deals with a story of a particular person. So say chapter 1 is about Mirza Ghalib, so chapter 2 would be about Sadat and Manto, and then this goes on back and forth through the entire novel. There are 533 pages in this edition of the book and it is published by Penguin Books India. Reading this book gave me the vibes of the 40 Rules of Love by Alif Shafak, because there is a story in a story, and that was what intrigued me so much when I was reading Alif Shafak's work, because I have never really read a story in a story. So basically there is a fictitious story, and then in that story there is the biography of Shams of Tabriz and Rumi. And the same happens here. The book opens up with a fictitious story of a writer and then it dives deeper into the biography of Sadat Manto and Mirza Ghalib. Reading this book will give you an in-depth understanding of what kind of life these people lived, and in connection to that you will be able to realize how their work got motivated and how they came up with their work basically. Sadat Hasan Manto is also known as one of the most controversial writers of today, and it's because of what he chose to write about. His work primarily focused on brothel workers and what kind of life they live and the harsh realities of the society. So a lot of people found those things really profane. So reading this novel tells us the entire thought process, why he chose those themes and why he decided to write on those topics. Both of these people lived in different eras. Mirza Ghalib lived in the times of British rule, whereas Sadat Manto lived during the times of the exact partition, like he literally witnessed the partition. He migrated to Pakistan later on when it was created, but yes, the entire book tells us what kind of effect these massive events had on these people and what kind of effect these massive events had on the people surrounding these people. So it just is a really harsh reality of the society and of the old times. Honestly speaking, you won't be able to read this book in long patches. You will have to take breaks because it deals with a lot of dark emotions. I would say that I really appreciate the way Rabisankar Bal has written this novel. He has really tried his level best to mellow down the story. At certain points you just really laugh out loud, and at certain points you just have to close the book and take a moment to yourself. Now, coming towards the translation, I would say that it's a pretty decent translation, honestly. The flow is incredible, I would say that, because I don't know anything about Bengali, so I don't know how well the translation is, but reading it, at no point would I say I felt like there was not a connection between the story. The only thing that I can criticize on is the translation of the Urdu couplets. The Urdu shair that are mentioned in the novel, the translation of those shair is done poorly. Urdu is a complicated language and there are a lot of words which have different meanings, a lot of words which have different contexts. And I think that when you are translating something, especially this big of a book, you need to do your homework. You need to know like in what context the word has been used or in what context a phrase has been used. There are a lot of phrases in Urdu that are used metaphorically and the meaning of those phrases changes completely. The one thing that I don't understand is why this book hasn't been translated in Urdu. Like this actually belongs to Urdu literature, so why it hasn't been translated in Urdu? One more thing that I would have loved to be different in the book was the font of Urdu text that is used in the novel. It would have been so much better if the font was different. I will show you a close-up of this, but this is a terrible, terrible font. You don't use this font. At times it was hard for me to decipher what was written because I absolutely abhor this font. It literally feels as if someone typed it on Google keyboard and then just printed the entire thing. It literally is that font. And there are so many beautiful Urdu fonts out there. I would have loved if that would have been used here, but whatever. I have rated this book 3.5 out of 5 on Goodreads. I, by the way, post small reviews of every book that I read on Goodreads. And I also update the current reads on Goodreads and also on Instagram. So if you want to follow along with me or if you want to read along with me, make sure to follow me on both of the websites. And that's it from me for this week. If you have read the book, make sure to leave your review in the comments below. I would love to read your review. If you want to purchase the book, I will leave the link in the description. You can also follow me on my socials. The links are in the description and the handles are on the screen. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the red subscribe button and make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys really soon, inshallah. Till then, take care. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.